Move out.
So this is a battle I just had in my WZ111 1-4. It was pretty fun, so I thought I'd share it. Just gonna fast forward through some of the beginning part because this is kind of boring. It's just me driving up to the battlefield. I get up here and I'm thinking I kind of want to be on this corner. I don't want to move any farther forward because that's how you get shot in the side by medium tanks on the hill. Sadly, the WZ120 is, or not WZ120, the AMX 5120 has decided to take the corner instead, so I'm just sitting behind him here. I got a lucky shot off on that T-29. I was really surprised when it went in because it was basically a snapshot. I see that T-10 there, and there's only a really small chance I'll actually be able to damage him, but I think, why don't I just throw some rounds at him anyway in case I get lucky. His gun isn't really going to go through my armor probably either, but my gun sometimes trolls me and gets me random penetrations when it really probably shouldn't, so I usually just throw some rounds at them anyway if I'm not having something better to do. So that's all I'm doing right now. The match is going okay. We're up by 2 right now, actually. The north side seems to be doing alright, and we've got a decent amount of people up there. And then it looks like we're probably going to eventually win this side, but it's kind of a stalemate right now just because of the way this match works, or this lower part works. You got heavy tanks sitting there, and us sitting here all kind of not willing to move up because we're going to get blasted if we do. I'm just still taking random shots at this T-10 in case I get lucky. There's no reason not to, like I said earlier. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Actually, at this point I'm loading high explosive rounds because I thought I can probably do a decent amount of damage. This gun is pretty high caliber, so if I can get a little bit of damage in on him, maybe he'll back off and we can move up. And it looks like somebody else killed him. We focused him out. That was nice. So I think, alright, it's time to move up. It's safe. That was their heavy tank in the south. If I move up now, we can kind of roll through this side since I'm the big hitter on this side. You know, this is some good matchmaking for me. I'm top tier. I'm a heavy tank. So I'm moving up. I'm hoping to clean up some of these guys down here. I've got a decent amount of support, so I'm feeling fairly confident. And I see this T-28 prototype. And I take a shot at him. I forgot I was still loading high explosives, so it only did 264 damage instead of the 490 average with the AP round. I back off since this is a very slow reload. It takes like 11 seconds or so. I move up again, and I got a lot of penetration, so I'm thinking I can pretty much penetrate this guy everywhere. So I aim at what's basically the strongest part of his armor, and I go straight through it. And I'd like to get a second shot off on him since he's kind of out of place right now, and it hits the dirt. That was a little unlucky, but we got plenty of time still. We're down by a little bit now. Our north guys are losing, but we can still probably win this. The T-28 Proto penetrated me again. That was unlucky, and I bounced off of him. It was a bad angle. It looked like it hit that slope bit. One more shot though and he's dead, so I'm thinking I really don't want to take any more damage from him. I'm side scraping here. Doesn't matter, he penetrated me anyway, but I finish him off. There's 2 enemy tanks coming at me, but I'm super lucky and I bounce both of their shots, although I guess I had a pretty decent angle on my armor. Now I'm moving forward. The 5120 is now, it looks like, trying to finish some guys off with his autoloader, so I'm thinking I want to support him, but I'm not going to kill myself for it. I only have 600 HP left. The FCM has run out of friends. He's going to try to back off here. I put a shot into him, and I think I want to back off for my long reload, but then I realize, nope, he's the only one left alive. I might as well just charge him. So I move forward. I'm trying to get a shot in on him. He goes down under the ridgeline, and it doesn't look like I'm going to get it. I think that IKV is going to get it. And the IKV got it. For some reason there's a tier 5 in this match, so I think, well, let's hope I can just finish him off here, and I do. One-shot kill. Doesn't even look like he played this match. So now I'm looking at this, and we've lost everybody except for me, a Tiger P, and an IKV 90B. And the IKV and the Tiger P have decided to go towards the enemy cap, and I'm thinking, you know, I know how these kind of things work. The entire enemy team's probably going to go back to defend their own base, or at least half of them is usually what happens. And they've got way more tanks than us left. I don't think a cap is going to work here. And I think that there is probably going to be someone getting on our cap as well. So I'm driving back to reset them right now. And I see the enemy T-95 is up by their cap, so right off the bat, my thoughts are those two guys are not going to be able to cap this out. That T-95, if he has any sort of support whatsoever, is going to kill both of them. And then my second thought was, wow, those top tier tanks, there are only 3 of us. We really needed to pull our weight here, and those other 2 guys didn't really do a whole lot, so I typed that in chat. I'm a little salty, you might be able to tell. I'm still going back to base, and there he is. There's a guy on cap, so I'm hoping he doesn't have a whole lot of hit points left, because I only have 600 myself. I can't really take a whole lot of damage. Just going to fast forward this a little bit so that we can stop driving up a hill and start battling. And our IKV is dead. Looks like all four of the 5 of them went back to their own base, and the IS-6 got on cap. So I see this IS-6 trying to get my gun down. One of the problems with Chinese tanks is it has poor gun depression. I just barely had a shot on the IS-6, and I take it. Luckily, it actually hits him. That was almost a miracle. So now I'm thinking, alright, he's got 1,000 hit points. If I can get a ram and 2 more shots, I'm guaranteed to kill him. I auto-aim, since I want to worry about driving so that I can actually hit him. I take 55 damage, and he only takes 53. I thought about that, actually, as it was happening, and you know, it doesn't take a whole lot of brain power to be in this kind of brawl. So I was thinking, wow, I'm lighter than that guy, but I guess it doesn't matter. I finished him off. It was a high roll in the second shot anyway. Now it is a 1 versus 4. It was a 1 versus 5 for about 20 seconds there as I killed that full health IS-6. So I'm not going to be very aggressive here. I was actually considering just camping in the back A0 area, but then I thought, well, if I camp back there, they're probably going to wait until they have friends and come in and surround me. So I don't really want to do that. I want to take a slightly more aggressive position where I can take shots as they're coming in at me. So I move forward, and instead I move forward to the place where TDs usually camp right in front of base. And I'm just trying to light up some targets as they come in. And right off the bat I light up that T-55. He's probably the biggest threat left alive. I mean, he's got 5 kills right now. I put a nice big shot into him, 488 damage, but that's not enough. If I don't get another high roll here, I'm not going to be able to kill him in the next shot, which would be bad because I'm kind of running out of time here. He's got friends coming in, so I'm assuming that I'm going to be surrounded relatively soon if I don't kill this guy. I want to be able to take him on one at a time. So I auto-aim on the T-55, and I was thinking I'll go in for another ram kill, because it worked so well last time. And I put my track on, still thinking if I can ram this guy, then I'll be pretty okay. Luckily, this T-55 has tracked me twice, and the T-34 bounced off of my turret. And right there, that was the T-95, also super luckily bouncing off of my turret. So now I'm pinned down. I think that T-95 is sitting in like the F7, right on top of that hill over there, so I can't really push on that T-34 like I'd like to. If I thought that T-95 wasn't there, I probably would have pushed on him, but I'm not going to get one shot by that T-95, so I'm playing it safe. I'm just sitting behind this rock, making sure I don't get shot. Hopefully someone makes a mistake other than me. I'm hoping this T-34 pushes on me, gets a little bit ballsy, but he's a pretty decent player, so I'm kind of worried that he's going to wait for friends. I mean, that T-95, it'll take a while, but he'll eventually get here. He's got 5 minutes left. And then the T-150, I guess there must have been platooned with the Panzer III-4. Yep. That T-150, for some reason that's in this battle, I put a humongous shot into him. Second one and he'll be dead, but I'm not super worried about him. He's not really going to go through my armor. He's only a tier 6. So I instead prioritize another shot into the T-34. And then the T-150 is shooting high explosive at me, and I'm thinking, crap, I hope that that doesn't do a whole lot more damage to me, because if he does too much more, that T-34 can high roll and one-shot me. And that was the second high explosive round doing 0 damage to me for some reason, and I saw the T-34 coming forward there, so I'm thinking, I need to angle my armor for this guy to shoot my track and me to not take damage, because the more damage I take right now, the more unlucky I'm going to be. That T-95 must not have been on the hill, or maybe he moved up, I'm not sure. But I see that he's spotted right there, and I'm thinking, nice, that guy, I can use the rocks in the hill in order to not get hit by him. So I push forward there, and I snapshot that T-34. He sets me on fire while I'm looking at the T-95 to make sure I'm safe from him, and I look back just in time to see that I also caught him on fire. That was fairly lucky too, although I guess I wouldn't have been able to do it if I didn't make that kind of push. And I was hoping that T-95 would continue pushing forward at me, because then I could circle him. T-95s are very easy to attack close range. Having played the T-95 myself, it's painful in this 1v1 kind of situation. So I'm trying to think over scenarios in my head, how to fight a T-95 who's got 1,555 hit points left when I've got 120 hit points. So my first thought was, what if I outcap him? He only goes 13. I can get on his base, and I'll outcap him as long as I get on his cap before he gets on mine. But then I look at the time. There's only 3 minutes and 11 seconds left. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left. I'm not going to be able to make it all the way to the enemy cap right now, so I'm kind of forced to fight this T-95, or I could try going for a draw. I don't like getting draws. They are the same as defeats to me, so I'm going to try to kill this T-95. I'm coming up and around. I want to get a new angle on this T-95. I don't want him to think that I'm coming from the same place again, because if he does that, then he'll be able to pre-aim at me, so I want to come in from a separate angle. That's why I backed off, and I'm now going around from another angle. Hopefully I can catch him looking, another direction, catch him with his pants down. So I'm coming in. I don't know how far he's moved. He hasn't moved that far because he's a T-95, but I'm coming up to the next set of rocks here to see if I can't light him up. Maybe he's looking in the opposite direction and I can drive down him and circle this guy to death. Right now I'm actually a little bit worried. As I'm getting on top of these rocks, I'm a little bit worried that I might not have enough time to kill him. I only have 2 minutes left, and I'm fighting the most well-armored tank in the game. So if I can't get a close-range circle, I'm not going to be able to kill him. And I spot him trying to come up this hill again. He really hasn't moved super far, but I don't want to charge right into him while he's got a 155mm shot in his chamber. So I think, alright, what if I can take off his track? And so I shoot his track, and I'm moving around to circle him, and I look out, and it didn't take his track off. Kind of what you should expect from the most well-armored tank in the game. So I'm thinking, alright, I'll try it again. I'll see if I can't take off his track. And right now I'm realizing I've already shot 23 times this game, which is a lot. This gun does not load very fast. And I look up and I see I've done 7,600 damage. So this is a pretty big carry by me. If I can pull this off, that would be an amazing match. So since I've played the T-95 before, I've tried taking his track off a second time, but I don't think I even hit the track that time. That was a really poorly aimed shot. I only have a minute left. I really need to start doing some damage to this guy. If I don't start doing damage to him now, I'm not going to have time to kill him. So luckily, since I've played it before, I know exactly where to aim. I take my time, aim in on that commander's hatch, and I snap it for 463 damage. Another 2 or maybe 3 shots and he'll be dead. But if he's loading high explosive right now, he's just got to hit me. It doesn't matter where, he'll kill me. So it's just lucky that he hasn't decided to do that yet. If he's loading AP, I'm thinking there's a pretty decent chance he bounces off my turret, and I just realized he just fired there. He's got a 15-second reload. I think I can probably get around to the side of him in the next 15 seconds. But at the same time, I'm also thinking, I only have 15 seconds left. I've got about 2 seconds left on my reload. If I can put a shot into him here, and I flop over the hill, damn it. Alright, I'll put the shot in anyway, but I've only got 5 seconds left. I need 11 seconds for the reload to be completed. That's game. It's a draw. And I say in chat right there that I couldn't do it.